Hey guys, if the sound is not working on your Bose soundbar, then keep watching, as in this video I'm going to show you how to fix this. So there's a few troubleshooting steps that we need to go through in order to resolve these audio issues. Now the first thing we're going to do is just come round to the back of the television, and you need to ensure that all of your connections are tightly secured. Also make sure that your HDMI ports are connected to the right inputs. So for example, on certain televisions, you have these regular HDMI ports like so, and you also might see a HDMI port where it says HDMI out or HDMI ARC. Now it's super important when using a soundbar that you connect your HDMI cable to this HDMI out port. If you connect it to the HDMI input, then it's not going to work. So once again, if you do have a HDMI out port on your TV, then just make sure it's connected to there. Also, if you have a different type of connection like this digital audio output, then obviously you'll just need to go ahead and connect it to there instead. Now once you've ensured that all of your connections are properly secured and in their right places, then you can check to see if that's now fixed the issue. Otherwise, the next step is to reset the HDMI connection. Now in order to do this, we first need to turn off the soundbar, then you're going to turn off the television, and once both of these things are turned off, we're then going to unplug them from the wall, disconnect all HDMI cables, so everything should be turned off and everything should be unplugged. Now once everything's unplugged, you're going to re-plug back in your television to the power, and we're going to power up the TV. Now it's important to leave the soundbar unplugged at this point, and we're just going to let our TV run for about 10 seconds. Now it's important to follow the steps in this order and to let the TV power up first. And once your TV is powered up, we're then going to re-plug back in the soundbar. And you can try re-plugging in all your other connections and turning on your soundbar and checking to see if that's now solved the issue. Now once again, if that still hasn't solved the audio issue, another thing we can do is reset our soundbar. Now to do this, we're just going to power off the soundbar via the remote, then come over to the back and disconnect the power cord, and you're going to leave this unplugged for 1 minute. Now during this reset period, all of your product settings will remain intact, so don't worry about losing any of your settings. And once you've waited a minute, we can then re-plug back in the soundbar and try turning it on to see if that's now solved the issue. Now the last thing you need to do if you've tried everything and it's still not working is to head over to your television remote control, and you need to bring up the settings window. Now this is different on every model of television, but on my particular TV here, I just need to press the home button, and this will bring up the TV home screen, and then from here I can access the settings like so. So once you're in the settings window, we need to come down to sound, come down to the advanced tab, scroll down to audio out, and from here you need to make sure you have the correct output selection. So if you're trying to use your soundbar for your speakers, you'll need to make sure you have these selected here. Like you can see, I have HDMI sound system selected. So on your TV, it might be labeled something slightly different, but just make sure that you're not connected to your general TV speakers, and make sure you're actually connected to the soundbar itself. And that's it guys. By following all of these steps, hopefully that's now solved any audio issues. If you did find this video helpful, then please consider dropping a like and subscribing.